What up, Wilders? Belshi Bits here, where I break down the complexities of Wilder World Zero and bring you some of the latest that's happening throughout the metaverse. Today, I just want to go into the Zero app and kind of just do a run through of all of the different features that are there, because there's a lot of new things that aren't in my other ultimate how-to guide that I want to kind of highlight and help people get onboarded onto Zero and make sure that they can find their way through and have a really positive experience. Okay, to get started, you'll end up having an access code. You either can gain that from a friend or an individual that is referring you to Zero. I have a Zero referral code that I'll leave below that I would love for you to be able to utilize that will gain you access in. And once you get in, it'll actually automatically connect the two of us where we can start communicating together, and I can help you along your journey as you start to navigate and utilize Zero. So like I said, I'll leave that access referral code below, and this is where you would end up putting it. So when you put in the invite code, you'll then gain access. You'll go through and you'll set up your profile, but essentially you'll come to this page where you're going to be able to see the home page, which basically has the feed in it, where you'll be able to see what other people are putting in, what different types of posts and different things. This is much like the Twitter aspect of things, or X. And it kind of just has different postings from individuals that are sharing things throughout the space. And then you have the channels section, which then brings up different channels. Okay, just bringing it up. And then because my profile is up, you can't see. But these channels on the left here, you are all the different token gated communities that I'm a part of. And so as you can see, I'm part of Belshi Bits. The most popular one is Welfa down here at the bottom. And essentially these are all just different type of channels or groups that individuals that have an initiative that they're trying to be a part of. I've tried to support all the ones that I'm either interested in or that are active to lend support. As you go down, then there's the chat icon, which then brings you to the chat section. So essentially these are all the conversation I'm having. These are where you can create kind of public, non-token gated communities. So you have the square here, which is essentially the general channel. This is where basically I help everyone get to, because you can ask, hey, what other public channels are there? Or what kind of token gated communities there are? And you can kind of start to get a feel and talk to other people in the space. And so this is a really good one to get new individuals into. But then as you can see, there's all sorts of different channels that in different groups that people have created that you can be a part of. As you can see, there's some conversations that I haven't had yet with individuals, which then shows up these different icons. I have an onboarding public one that I can't tend to find. It's somewhere around here. Anyways. And so you can then get in. So you can see the individuals that I've been talking to that have been joining, that I try to help onboard and give them information to be able to have the best experience possible. A lot of things that people ask for is, hey, can you get me into other channels? And so I'll kind of show that here. You would just come into here, over here, and I'm on desktop right now. And so over here on the right, I'm a mod. You have a whole bunch of different admins. And so these individuals will be able to help onboard people in. And so as you can see, there are a ton of people to get you into this main channel, which is a great place to be able to ask people, hey, can I get, added to these other channels here? So let's say you've already created a group channel, you have a few people, but you want to add some more people into your group. You would come over here to this members tab, and let's just say I'm going to find someone named West. And then it's going to show me all the individuals that have West in their name. And then you would have to maybe, file it down to something a little bit more specific. But then you would just choose who your individual friend is. And then once you choose them, then you'd hit add a member, right? And so then an individual would then be added. So it looks like Westworld wasn't in, and I just added them. That was just luck because I just kind of randomly chose someone. But hey, welcome to the Square Westworld. If you don't want to, you can actually go in and leave that channel as well if you don't want to be a part of that group. I believe that's up here. You come up here and you can either mute or you can leave the group. You can edit the group if you have that capability, and then you can mute it if it's just too much conversation in the group text, but you want to go to it every once in a while, kind of check what's doing it. You can do that there. You also can add members here. So that's some way to like kind of navigate through that. Then as you go down, you have your notifications. So here's all the notifications, individuals kind of talking to me. You have highlights, and then you have like muted channels. And so that's just a pretty simple, self-explanatory. Then you have the wallet. This is a new feature that just got put in that isn't in my last video. And so I'll kind of go through and help you navigate it. I haven't staked my Meow today, and so I'm kind of going to go through the whole process to kind of help you out. So here you have the tokens that you have. So this is how many Meow tokens and my voting Meow tokens. So whenever, because a part of the DAO, if I ever want to utilize my voting power for whatever proposal comes through, this kind of indicates what you have. You then have Meow. This is all the Meow I've earned through utilizing the app. And then this is the amount of catnip I've earned through staking my Meow. And so then you can go into different NFTs. There's no NFTs on the Z chain protocol at the moment, but as soon as all of that can get bridged over or they start creating them, this is where you'll be able to see them. And then you have your staking ability. So right now, the only thing that they have open to stake is Meow. So if we go into here, it'll then show me how much Meow I have staked, how much catnip I have to claim. But first we're going to go to stake in the pool. And then right now I can say max, and this is what it is. And so then I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to confirm the stake. And then when it's done staking, it'll just confirm that we've successfully done it. You can then hit done, and then you'll be able to go back in, and then it's increased. And so then I want to claim my catnip so that when the Z token comes available, I have as much catnip as possible to just make sure that I can participate in getting that. So now all of that has happened. I have staked in the pool, I've claimed, and so the process is going pretty good. So then you can come here and you can see everything has increased according to what I have staked and the catnip that I claimed. So now let's show how you can send Meow peer-to-peer. So you just come in here and say send, and then you can type in this. If you know the address, you can put in the address. But if you know their ZNS protocol, so say like I know my brother Tyler. Here we go. I can just send it to him. He's actually using the Wild Pineapple DAO subdomain. So what I could have done is put in Wild Pineapple, and it would bring him up too. So that's a really cool way to be able to find the individuals that you're doing. So it can either be by their ZNS protocol, their name, or by the actual address. So we're gonna go in. I'm gonna send them some Meow. Because I staked so much, I did leave some behind. And so there's a very, very, very small amount. Sorry, brother. But I'm going to use the max, and then you're gonna say, is this what you want to do? You say yes. You're going to send it from mine. We're going to send it to here. We're going to say continue. It's going to say this amount going to this individual. So Tyler at Wild Pineapple, and this would be his address. And you say yes, confirm, starting the transaction. And there we go. Success. Huzzah. It has happened. And then you can go, hey, would you like to go and view it on Zscan? So I'm going to go view it on Zscan. And then you would be able to come in, and this just shows that everything processed on the Z chain network. So it is really, really cool. So now you can basically send Meow peer-to-peer. Pretty soon you're going to be able to utilize a lot of different type of tokens, peer-to-peer, and be able to start utilizing things in a much more profound kind of way. So then I'm going to close. Oh, now I have 0 Meow in my wallet, but the vast majority of it is staked. So then that is essentially what you can do within your wallet. You can then come over here and look at all your different transactions. So you can see that I sent Meow over. You can see I got my catnip, that I staked my Meow, I received a Meow. And so it just shows you all the different transactions you've done. I've been utilizing it since the moment that you could. So that is really, really cool to be able to have this wallet to be able to utilize. It's nothing transformational at the moment, but when all the cohesive parts come together, it's going to be extremely helpful. Okay, so moving on, you then have your profile. Here it kind of shows you, how many followers I have, how many followers I have. It shows my ZID of the thing I'm using. This shows that I'm a pro member. This little check mark has a really cool profile image up here. And then it shows all the different kind of posts I've made on the feed. So this will get developed out a little bit more for sure, but it's really, really cool what they have on here. So then after being on the profile, you then can come down to the Explorer. The Explorer is where you can go and mint your own ZID. I'm not going to go over step by step how to mint a ZID, but essentially all you have to do is come in here and find what you want. Reading for degens. Hey, look at that, it's available. So then you would come in, it'll show you how much it would cost. You would then continue. It talks about, anyone, who can access your world. Can anyone or can no one? Anyone doesn't mean that they'll just automatically be available in. It just means that you don't have it closed, that people can mint subdomains of your world. So then you would hit next. It says, hey, do you want to do it from this wallet? And you say yes. Do you want to do where shorter names cost more, or do you want all domains cost the same? I personally right now do all domains cost the same. The ZNS protocol does where shorter names cost more. So essentially for domains that are 4 or less, I believe it costs a certain amount, and then it decreases after that. And so you then can just click what you want, and then you say how much do you want it to be for. Because they're degens, we'll just say it's 69, and then you hit continue, and then you just have to read it. So you're going to mint reading for degens, anyone, meow, and you just have to kind of look at it, and then you would go through, and then you would end up minting those protocols. And so then it would end up approving. But like I said, we're not going to go through that whole process, but it's very simple. Let's say you want to mint one of the subdomains so that you can gain access to one of the token gated communities. Say it's mine. You go BelshiBits, and then you would see it here, and you would just click on it. It would then take it to my world, and here I can just add a domain, but you here would also be able to mint a domain on here, and then you would just put in whatever you want your name to be. So BelshiBits dot Tyler, or BelshiBits dot Wes Wilder, whatever it might be, whatever you want your name to be with that subdomain, and then that would get sent to your wallet, and then automatically here it would pop up that you would then have access, but it has to be in the wallet connected to Zero. Then you have this icon down here at the bottom which talks about other apps, and so you can kind of go through these and kind of get an idea of what each one of these different applications are going to be able to help contribute to Zero as a whole. And then if you go down here to your profile, it brings up this. You then have the option to be able to sign up for Zero Pro. I've already signed up, but you would be able to sign up here. And basically you would earn daily income. So for utilizing the app, I on average earn, I would say, between $12 and $20 a day of earning. When my Zero Pro subscription rewards come through, I earn a little bit more than that. But essentially, the only way you can earn daily is by having Zero Pro, and the reason why they're doing that is to help protect people from bots. In the beginning, Zero got botted pretty heavily, but by having a Zero Pro membership, you're able to then help deter bots from coming in and just spamming the crap and essentially taking the rewards from real human users. And so there's a lot of benefits that go into that. You also get a pro badge, which is essentially that check mark that I showed you, this one down here. And then you can earn affiliate fees. So essentially you get your own kind of affiliate code. And so mine is down below. If you want to gain access and to start earning rewards, you would be able to earn, you'd be able to utilize that. You would have your own, say you refer a whole bunch of your friends, they come on, they get onto Zero Pro, you earn 30% of their subscription fees in Meow. So to break that down really quickly, you sign up for Zero Pro, you now have access to the rewards program. You then refer a whole bunch of friends, they sign up for Pro. You get 33% of each one of the individuals that you help sign up to Pro. You get that in the form of Meow every single time that they renew their subscription. You also get 5% of all of the referrals that are referred from your referral partners. So you refer a friend, your friend then refers a friend, you get 5% of those. After that, you don't get any other rewards. The team also announced that the first 1,000 individuals will be able to upload up to 1 gigabyte size files. And so for me, that creates content and I want to post it on the feed. That is extremely beneficial. So that's pretty much Zero Pro in a nutshell. You need to be part of Zero Pro in order to gain the rewards, but the team also wants to reward the first 1,000 individuals that sign up. There's probably going to be other additional rewards or recognition or maybe a different looking badge. But other than that, right now, that's the information that we know. And so a lot of people are really trying to get on in order to gain those benefits to be those first 1,000 individuals. We haven't hit that mark quite yet. And so if you're really interested in this, I really highly recommend you using my code below in order to sign up for Zero Pro, and I can help navigate you through to make sure that you gain access to every single benefit possible. Okay, so some of the other things that you can have here, this is, you would go to invite friends, you would just copy this code, you would put it in, and then it basically gives them a link, gives them the code, and asks them to join. So it's like super nice and convenient to just hit this copy invite code. You can obviously change the wording if you want it to sound a little bit more personal, but it's really handy to be able to just hit this copy invite code. And then you can come in here and you can edit your profile. So I can change my name, I can change my image, I can also change what world I want to put in there. As you can see, I have a lot of different subdomains and domains. And then you would go back and you can come down and you can manage your wallets. Right now, I have my Zero wallet and I have my self-custody wallet. Pretty soon, you're going to be able to add multiple self-custody wallets so that you can manage your hot and cold wallets in every way you want while still having the access and utilizing it very seamlessly. So you don't have to have like certain assets in certain places. It's going to be extremely beneficial, but this is where you'll find it. Then you go through and you can come down to different linked accounts. And so right now the availability is you'll have an email. So I have my BelshiBits at Gmail attached. I also have my Epic Games account and my X account. These are going to be new ways that you're going to be able to sign in and to start utilizing Zero. So that's going to be able to help onboard the process a lot easier. And then as you go out, you can come down, you can do an account backup. So it's extremely important that you have your backup access key for your security phase. If that's something I didn't mention in the beginning, make sure that you save your access key, put it somewhere safe where you can access it. You know, I have it in a locked away notes page and I'm able to then utilize it. I've had to utilize it multiple times. It makes it very smooth and seamless. I really love this because this is a true end-to-end encryption where you can feel that your information is protected and that they're not going to be drawing all the information from you and utilizing you as the product. And then as we go on, we can then go to settings where you can change like the background. You can, change if you want read receipts and different things like that. Going down, you can download on different things. So you can download if you don't have it on iOS and Android. This is a place where you can start to download it. But that's kind of the meat of it. I'll kind of go into some of the different little aspects up here on the top, some things you can see that are going to be coming through. You're going to have Explorer where you're going to be able to see some of the different worlds and search out what worlds are out there. And then you're going to be able to come in here and join that world straight from the application, which will make it very seamless. So for instance, like BelshiBits, you wouldn't have to go and search for how to go and put it in. You'll be able to go to BelshiBits. You're going to be able to, go to the Explorer, find my channel and say join, and then you would pay the fee and then you would have access. On top of that, it would send you an NFT that would be that subdomain that you now own that helps give you access to that channel. So that's really cool. Here, airdrops. So there could be different types of airdrops that are coming. I'm sure this is where they would talk about how you gain access and some of the more information you would need for that. So that's a really cool aspect to it. So I'm pretty sure that the first one we'll see here is the Z token. and we'll probably have a little bit more information about catnip and how we can gain access to that Z token. So like moving on, you can come in here, you can add in, pictures. You can come in here and add a GIF. You can come and add emojis. You can post things up to 400 characters. You can come in and you can make a comment just like on X. You can come in, and the feature that is really cool, that's a little bit different, one, you can share. That's not different. This is just something else you can do. You can share a post just like you can repost or quote post something on X. It's a similar type of thing here. But you can also meow. So it's going to take from my meow, and I can meow someone's post. And so then it would then be added onto the rewards and be taken out of my rewards. So this is something that's really cool, where you can reward and tip different type of creators, content, things that are being put out there. So that's something that is really nice and a different feature, along with all the other features that you can see here. And then within my channel, right? So we were just in my channel. You can go over to channels. You can go into Belshi Bits. Over here is my feed. Over here on the right side, all the things I've posted in a feed, you can see here straight from that domain, right? Because I hold my Belshi Bits domain. And then here in the center is that conversation had. So that's what's really nice, that's different from X, is that you're able to come in and have conversations with the people in your community, have a lot better connection with the people that are following you, and those individuals that are looking for a little bit deeper connection from the content that you're putting out there. So I really, really love this feature. I think it's really, really cool and really beneficial. So yeah, these are all the conversations we've had, and when I answer questions, that's kind of the benefit that I have in this channel. I try to give my insight and answer deeper questions and different things like that within that channel as an added benefit to the people that have paid to have a subdomain. I will for sure help anyone get onboarded, navigate, and all that. That's not something I want to token gate, but deeper conversations, deeper insight, more profound kind of opinions and things like that. That's what I want to provide in Belshi Bits. That's the value that I try to provide there. And so if you have some other type of greater idea, greater thing, something you're passionate about, something that people would really love, say it's Pokemon cards and Pokemon trading, or maybe it's garage sales trading or purchasing and selling and different things like that, and you're going to help people with tips of trade and different things like that, you then can purchase a world that is surrounded by that and promote it and get people to join that community, and you can help people out and start to build value within those different token gated communities. If you just want a group that you just want to talk about, your favorite topic, then you can just create a public group chat that's right here, and you can come in here, you can create a new conversation. This is kind of where you can just create, say it's you and your family, and it's a group chat, and you want to put it in a decentralized end-to-end encrypted space, and you can earn meow while you have conversations, then this is a great place to kind of do it, and you don't have to token gate it. But or you just love to talk about the Denver Broncos, and you just want to have a fun place where you can have all the Bronco fans to come in and talk about the Broncos and talk about the scores in the game and all that kind of stuff, then maybe you're creating a Denver Broncos group chat where people get together and they start talking about that. So there's a lot of different things that you can do in order to kind of provide value and utilize the different technologies and features that Zero provides in order to fit specifically the thing that you need. So essentially, there you go. That's kind of a quick overview of some of the new features, some of the things you have. I kind of went through it pretty quickly. So if there's any questions you have, please utilize my referral code. So if you have any additional questions, you're welcome to ZM me on Zero Messenger and ask me any of those types of questions. If you haven't gained access, please use my code below. It'll automatically connect us. You and I would be able to have a conversation. I can help you along on that journey. I can help you create different groups. I can help you gain access to different token gated communities. I can help you create your own ZID, whatever it is, I can be your guide and a resource to help you go through, because it's my mission to help onboard billions of people to utilize all of these different tools in order to create the creations that the world deserves by the creators that deserves to create them.